So like on 2, before I do anything, since I have to have this equal to, since this has to be equal to 1, I'm going to take both sides and I'm going to divide by 400. So that way, whenever I take 25 divided by 400, I'm going to have x squared over 16 plus y squared over 25 equal to 1. Now in this case, since 25 is bigger than 16, is it going to be a horizontal ellipse or is it going to be a vertical? It's going to be vertical. Okay? Because of the 25, okay? So that means that it's going to be vertical. So always pay attention to where everything fits. Center is still going to be at 0, 0. So center's still at 0, 0. Now, in this case, a squared is equal to 25. So I still would have to find everything just like I did before. I'd have my center. I'd have my vertices. I'd have my co-vertices. And then my foci. Center's easy right now because it's at 0, 0. But now in this case, since it's vertical, my vertices are going to go to my, instead of adding, like A is equal to plus or minus 5, right? So that means instead of like I did on the one above where it was negative 3, 0 and 3, 0, it's going to be 0, negative 5 and 0, 5. Because it's vertical, it's going to look something closer to this here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my B value or my X value with 16, and B is going to be equal to plus or minus 4. So now my co-vertices are going to be at positive 4 and negative 4, but they're going to be with my X value. I would still find my foci the same way, okay? But again, since my foci, and if you want, once you get those points, if you want to graph it from there, that's completely alright, as best you can. So now remember, your foci is going to be on your vertical axis instead of your horizontal axis. Okay? We would still just take the 25 minus 16. So if we take, so for c squared, we would go 25 minus 16. We get c squared equal to 9. So my foci is going to be at 0, negative 3 and 0, 3. The biggest thing here is your foci and your vertex should always look the same. Okay, as far as where your X and your Y value, which numbers filled in. Okay, if your vertex has zeros in your Y values, then your foci needs to have zeros in your Y values. If your vertex has zeros in the X values, then your foci should have zeros in the X values. Okay, your X and your Y values should always match in your vertex and your foci. That's the biggest thing that I would tell you to make sure. So then I would just go 3 and negative 3 and go from there. Okay? You will always have 7 points. Your center is going to be 1. Everything else should have 2 values.